Good morning, this is Kelloland on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
A man who wants to be the next mayor of Sioux Falls is charged with aggravated assault and interfering with emergency communication. Court documents say 62-year-old David Zakaitis attempted to strangle a woman and then tried to prevent her from getting help. According to the police log, it started as a report of a family dispute at 5 o'clock Monday night. He was booked into jail around 7:30. Zakaitis made his first court appearance yesterday afternoon. The judge gave him a PR bond and said Zakaitis was not allowed to have contact with the alleged victim. Zakaitis has run for mayor twice and has posted on social media that he plans to run again. He most recently ran for a seat on the Sioux Falls City Council.
11 inmates collectively face 18 charges following disturbances last month at the South Dakota State Penitentiary in Sioux Falls. One inmate, Joshua David Vortherms, stands accused of assaulting 2 correctional officers.
With respect to the charges, the aggravated assault involved really 2 forms of assault. One is generally described as a choking, and the other would be indifference to human life. Both of the officers were treated at Avera and released.
10 other inmates are accused of different charges, including intentional damage to property, reckless burning, and burning within a structure where a person is lawfully confined. Now let's get a check on our weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. Wind dying down at least for parts of Kelloland, Scott?
Yeah, for at least a day. Eastern South Dakota will have light winds for today. The winds do pick up in western and central South Dakota from the south. That will help bring in some warmer temperatures. Numbers in the 70s across western South Dakota. You see Phillip coming in at 75, 72 in Rapid City, 60-degree weather in eastern South Dakota with that mostly sunny to partly cloudy sky. More details on your Kelloland Live Doppler forecast with Brian coming up.
Thank you, Scott. A Sioux Falls native is about to realize her Olympic dream. Taryn Cloth and her teammate have qualified for the Summer Olympics in sand volleyball. She says it's been 4 years in the making, and after all the hard work she's put in, it is a dream come true.
I appreciate all of the support from South Dakota, and it really is. It's a crazy dream, and I never thought that I could probably do this being from South Dakota and just like not having the resources that other states do probably. But it really is possible. Like, go and do things that scare the crap out of you. Go and live out those dreams and whatever aspirations that you have, because you never know what could happen.
Cloth and her teammate, Kristen Nuss, are ranked number 2 in the world. The Olympics start in late July.
The diverging diamond is taking another step towards completion as it moves traffic lanes from the south side to the north side of the bridge. During its construction, locals in Sioux Falls have found alternative routes to avoid the traffic. However, they say it'll all be worth it in the end.
I think it's really going to speed up traffic getting across 29, and I think that's really critical coming out of here, because in the morning it's busy, and at night heading west it's really busy.
After 2 years of construction, the project is set to be complete this summer.
There's a new medical marijuana business in Sioux Falls. Roy's Premium Cannabis Dispensary opened yesterday in the space formerly home to Puerto Vallarta along Louise Avenue. Owner Roy Nielsen welcomed us into the store yesterday morning. Nielsen talked with us about his journey into the cannabis market, how his new store fits into the local business community, and where he hopes to take the brand in the future. Hear from Nielsen in a Kelloland.com original by Jacob Newton, online now.
Taco John's and Five Guys in Sioux Falls are among the 20 locations raising money tonight to benefit the Avera Race Against Cancer, and they need your assistance.
The easiest way to help is to head out to Taco John's or Five Guys on Wednesday night from 5 to 8 and enjoy some tacos or some burgers. And that's an easy way to give back 50% of the proceeds. Otherwise, signing up at averaRace.org to walk, run, or even just support is a very easy way to support this event and support the Avera Cancer Institute.
It's just an all-around great event, and Avera does a nice job putting this on, so it's a great family event. A lot of our managers have their kids out there and go along with, and it's just a good all-around event.
The fundraiser is tonight from 5 to 8, while the Avera Race Against Cancer is Saturday, May 11th. And that's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, our weather forecast today. We're looking at 60-degree weather this afternoon. A few areas even into the low 70s. West of Pier, probably even fill up there, mid-70s this afternoon. The winds will be a little stronger in that portion of South Dakota, but I would still say overall we're in pretty good shape today with less wind for most of us. Tonight, tomorrow, well, that story starts changing. A prevalent southeasterly wind. It's going to pick up speed, and we're going to crank up those wind speeds tomorrow, 20 to 35, pretty common. We're going to bolt back into the upper 60s and low 70s, though, for the afternoon highs. And then, as we start watching the rain chances, anything on radar Thursday afternoon would be fairly isolated. There could be a few spots here and there. I wouldn't be shocked at that. But Thursday night, more thunderstorms. There could be a few cells out in the western part of South Dakota. I think there'll be some more activity in northern Nebraska that'll likely migrate northward as one band of rain there during the overnight, Friday night, and into Saturday morning. And then that'll likely lift northward during the day on Friday. So that's why our rain chance is pretty high on Friday. And you notice it's not just one area of Ketherland. We've got rain rotating all the way back to the Black Hills, and there'll be some more starts and sparks there across northern Nebraska during the afternoon. Could still see some severe weather on the front side of this. I'll be really curious as to how this unfolds there Friday afternoon, Friday evening. Certainly the potential is there, but the surface temperature will probably have to get at least to the mid-60s to around 70 in order to amplify the severe weather threat. Now, beyond that, into Saturday morning, this first round of rain is going to lift to the north, and the leftovers are there Saturday morning for Aberdeen and Watertown. Sioux Falls, I think already we're getting into a break. We'll try to get up into the low 60s in the southeast on Saturday afternoon, but then right on its heels, here comes system number 2, Saturday night, Sunday morning. That lifts to the north during the day. There's a wraparound component to this low. Look at the temperatures underneath this rain shield. They are not warm at all. There's upper 30s and low 40s in there. So please pay attention to that. It's going to be a very chilly rain. And by the way, the exact track of this storm system is not locked in yet. If this ends up shifting a little farther south and east, then Sioux Falls is going to be cooler. But at this point, the raw data is actually in the mid-60s in parts of northwestern Iowa. And of course, we could consider some thunderstorm chances if that happens. So a lot yet to say on system number 2. I always like to say, you know, with a 1-2 punch like this, you got to let the first one go through to get all the details on the second one. Either way, I think they'll both add up to some pretty widespread rainfall. 1 to 2 inches is very likely throughout much of Ketherland, and there'll be some pockets of 2+ out there. So yeah, you can definitely say it's going to be a wet forecast here. 67 today, Sioux Falls, mid-60s in Brookings. Mild day, enjoy it. It looks like 70 tomorrow, 65 on Friday. Rain chances way up on Friday, and it's going to wrap up there early Saturday. There's a break in there, so it's not going to rain all day Saturday at all. I think we could actually get some dry weather for a segment of time before we regroup into Saturday night and Sunday. And then that's the next round of rain that's going to come through. And don't dismiss that. That second round could be just as organized, if not even a little bit more on the rain scale there. Aberdeen, same idea. We've got rain teasers coming out Thursday afternoon, Thursday night. Rain likely Friday. We'll keep that lingering Saturday morning, then a break, and then a new round will come up from the Sioux Falls area late Saturday night into Sunday morning. And then, of course, if that low pinwheel's there and we end up with that colder north wind, we may have to tinker with these highs from Aberdeen to Pier. There's some potential, as I just showed you, to drop the highs on Sunday. One other note, look at the weather at the end of the 7-day. A big warm-up is coming for the Midwest, and we're going to see 70s and 80s next week. So get through this period, and a lot of green grass growing with that forecast. Check out more details at KELOLAND.com.